Howdy, and welcome back here to episode 27 on Alma, as we are still working through the month of July. And yeah, we did spend a lot of episodes trying to get to July, and now we're spending quite a few episodes in the month of July. But July is a busy month. There is a lot going on here. And speaking of a lot going on, we need to get started with harvesting that oat field a little small one we have, which means we're going to have to use the green harvester. Yeah, I know, but it is the only John Deere equipment we have on the farm, thankfully, and hopefully someday when we have enough money we will get that replaced. But let me just head out here and we will hop in the harvester and get that little field done. And we are here in the John Deere with our New Holland head, so we know at least one part of this thing won't break, the header, in case you were wondering. Anyways, we're going to get started on this field, and I am not going to do a worker on this. I think I'll just do it myself. It's not that big of a field and won't take too long here. So we'll just go ahead and bust this out ourselves. And oh, you know what, I just realized we're not doing a swath here, so let me get that. Okay, it should be on now. There it goes. All right. Yes, because we one of the main purposes for this field, I mean, yeah, we're growing oats and we're going to probably use that to make flour or something, but the main purpose of this field actually is we want the straw from it to bale it up, so we have straw bedding for our cows. That's kind of the whole reason for this field. So yeah, very important to do that little detail. So let me get on this field here, get it all harvested up, and then we'll see how much daylight is left after we're done here. I don't think there'll be a whole lot because we're already at 7:15 and time is flying by. So we might have to move on to the next day after this. We'll see. But I'll continue on with this field and get it all done. And just like that, we are all done almost. Let me just slow down here a little bit, because here, try to average out that straw swath a little bit at the end. There we go. All right. Ooh, just heard a little beep there. We're almost out of fuel. We need to put a fuel pump on this farm. I think I mentioned that in the last episode, or maybe 2 episodes ago, but we're gonna need to do that. But for now, let's head over here, get this emptied out, and then we will also take care of Andy, who has been waiting to get emptied. And here we are. So let me just hop here into our tractor, the old Fint. And I do remember AutoSim Crew in I think it was the last episode, mentioning the color of this. So this color is a Fint color, although it's not very common. I kind of like it. It's from the time period, I think it was more common in the time period of this tractor. I'm not sure, but there was multiple options available. Do I have to be in the harvester to empty? It's not emptying. You know what? I think this trailer might not be compatible with the oats. I'm pretty positive it had all the grains, but it may not. So I may need to fix that in the XML, because this should definitely take oats. It takes everything else. I don't know why it's not taking the oats, but we'll figure it out. So let's head over here and we'll get this parked, and we'll need to get another trailer to unload the harvester. And yeah, get the harvester refueled as well. Speaking of refueling the harvester, we need to buy a fuel pump over here because we don't have one on this farm, and yeah, we're kind of in a situation now where we need it. So let's just see here. What fuel tank do we want to get? Let's just go with this one. Where do I want to put this at? I could put it down here. And there's really not a lot of options that, I mean, I could put it over here, but the problem is not everything would be able to fit through here, like the harvester. So I guess right here by our workshop. That actually kind of makes sense. Why did I just come here to begin with? So we're gonna put it right here next to our workshop. Get this leveled out, straightened out there. All right, I think we're good. There we go. All right, so do some landscaping here, and then we need to get our harvester all emptied out and also refueled with some more diesel. Of course, to refuel it, I first need to buy some diesel. So yeah, $34,000. Ouch. Ouch. That hurts. That hurts a lot, but we need it. We're going to be using a lot of it. And diesel is very expensive. And oh, wow. Look at that sunset. That is amazing. Wow. Yeah, that is pretty. You definitely won't see that in the city. All right, so what's oh, it's pretty too. Man, I love this area. Just the backdrop there of the harvester and the sun setting. Yeah, that's just, that would make a really good thumbnail, I think. But it probably would because it's so dark. Let me see here. So I have the truck following me. Let's go ahead and stop that because I need to park this up here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna park this up here, and then I will get the harvester unloaded. Actually, I'm just thinking about this. I don't want to have to buy a trailer. I need to fix that XML on the other trailer, so we'll just leave it there, and we will unload the harvester later. For now, let's head back over to our other farm, get Andy. Oh, train. Oh, my. Ooh. Anyways, we're going to head over to the other farm and get the Andy unloaded so he can finish up. And then we're going to call it a day and move on to the next day because we are running out of daylight. And we made it over here, so let's just get Andy unloaded here so he can get back to the fields and finish up harvesting all of this canola. And we have a bunch of canola. This is great. This is going to be awesome. That's going to be a lot of canola oil. Let me finish this up, and then we're going to move on to the next day. And it's the next day, bright early in the morning, and we have rain in the forecast. I just noticed that. So let me just hop here into the semi. Must just up on a follow me here real quick. And then we're going to hop in the semi, get Andy unloaded because he is all done harvesting the canola. And then we need to get over and also empty out the oats from the green harvester as well. We are almost over here to our other farm with all of the canola we harvested, and we're going to drop this off into our canola production to keep it fully stocked up with canola to make a bunch of that really beautiful canola oil, which I'm hoping will bring us a large amount of profit. Let's head down here, and then when we're done with that, we're going to get the oats loaded into this trailer, and we'll probably take it back over to the other farm. Eventually, the oats will be delivered to our grain mill to make flour. I'm pretty sure we can make flour from oats. Anyways, let me get this unloaded here, and then we'll get the oats loaded into this trailer. All the canola is delivered, and now we're going to get the oats emptied in here to our trailer. I need to get back in here and turn on the harvester, and it's probably going to beep at me. Yep, it's going to beep. All right, there we go. Come on. Stop beeping. I know you're almost empty. All right, let's take this over. We'll get it put away. On the way there, though, I am going to get this refilled with fuel because it's complaining about being emptied. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Before we do that, I'm gonna I know I'm running out of fuel here. Let's just go ahead and dump the header here because we don't need it, and we're gonna need it for that field up there, way up there in the green. the light green, because that's our other canola field, and that should be ready to harvest next month. So we'll leave the header here and get across the little creek there and to our other creek, and let's go get this refilled, and so we're all ready to go for the next harvest. You know, while looking at this and filling it up with a huge amount of diesel, this thing's pretty filthy. And another thing I don't have at this farm is any power washers. So let's get a couple, because this thing, yeah, I mean, it is a John Deere, so I mean, it's gonna break either way. But you know, for the rest of our stuff, we want to take care of the rest of our stuff. So let's find a pressure washer. Here we go. And I'll put a couple of these around the farm. Let's see, how about one by this shed here? Kind of makes sense. That's mainly our harvester shed there. And then let's put one by the workshop. Let's see here, where else should we put one? Yeah, let's put one over right here. That should work. I think that will do it. Yeah, that'll give us a couple of different places around the farm to wash our equipment and get it cleaned up, which is good. So let's get back out there. I'm gonna hop in the semi, and then we will take the oats back over to the other farm. So I dumped the oats into the silo, then I realized I need to take the oats to the grain mill, so we're going to load the oats back in there. I did get the wheat, well, it's a full load of wheat loaded into the front, and we're going to take this over to the grain mill so we can get the flour production back up and running, kicking out more flour. But actually, you know what, before we do that, let's make a little pit stop up here and give some food to the chicken pen so we can get some chickens, because we built the chicken pen, and I had planned down in the last episode of getting chickens and didn't get chickens. So let's drop off some food here. There we go, they are good to go. And then where's the trigger? Oh, it's back here in the truck, of course. It's gonna let me do it. It's gonna let me do it. Okay, there we go. I got it. All right, so we're gonna start with some baby chicks, and we'll just start there because that's the cheapest way to get them, and they can just grow up. And we're not doing 500. Let's see, how many do we want? 50. You know what? Let's go all the way to 100. I think. Yeah. Let's just go all the way to 100. We'll start off with 100, and you know, probably within about a year we'll have 500 chickens, because chickens reproduce like crazy. So there we go. We got our 500 baby chicks out here chirping away. Just want to check and see. Yep, they are totally filled with food. Their yearly food is about 14,500 liters. We have 25,000 liters in there, so we are good to go. All right, let's take the rest of this into town and get it dropped off over at the grain mill. We made it over here, so let's get this unloaded. We'll start with the oats first. That's the small amount. There we go. And whoops, need to back up actually. There we go. Let's get the wheat unloaded. And while that's unloading, yeah, let's head over here. Check on the, oh, we have a lot. We need to sell some of this. Because, yeah. The bread production, the bakery, it is fully stocked up and it's running. So, and we have 44 more pallets to spawn here. So we'll have those on spawning, and then our oats and wheat are both producing flour. So what we need to do is we're going to need to run back to the farm with our semi, grab the other trailer, and then we're going to sell a bunch of flour. We got the trailer loaded up with 50 pallets of flour. And right now the best selling price is right over here at the pizzeria. So I'm gonna drop this off here, and oh, awesome, cool. It is unloading without me having to unload it. That is, oops, I didn't pull forward fast enough. So 14,000 plus however much this is. $53,000, $53,500. So yeah, just a little over $68,000, almost $69,000 from that. That is pretty awesome. Back over here and gonna grab another load here as soon as I get lined up correctly. Oh, we have a pallet on the back. What is that pallet in the back doing? Ah, boy. See mine close enough? Almost close enough. So close. Let's see if we can pull forward here and back up and grab the last couple of pallets. There we go. We got them. All right, let's get these over and get them sold. All right, this will be a lot less because we only have 21 pallets this time, but still. Oh, I did not mean to unload that. Darn it. Okay, good. I almost really messed it up getting in one shot. All right, how much do we make here? All right, $29,574. That's pretty awesome. I forgot how much it was in the previous one, but that's pretty close to 100,000, somewhere around there. So you know what? With all of that, we are doing pretty good on money, and we need some more equipment for the other farm. So what's whoops, I'm gonna jackknife this here evidently. All right. Wow, I'm just making this worse. All right, let's head over to the store and we're gonna do a little bit of a splurge spending spree, which will probably be mostly leasing equipment. But before we head over to the store, I want to make a little pit stop here, get all the bread loaded up, because one of the issues we're going to run into here pretty soon is the bread spot point is almost filled up there. Well, it was, now it's not. And the bakery doesn't have a lot of capacity. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to upload that. Let's get it loaded back up. There we go. Okay. I meant to close the trailer up instead of unloading it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this back to the farm and we'll put it into our storage shed there. So that way, you know, the bakery has plenty of room to spawn out and plenty of capacity for making bread. All right, so let's head into the store and do a little shopping. Well, we just spent $260,000 between some leases and buying some stuff, and we got a lot of stuff here. Yeah. So basically we're starting the process of duplicating what we have from the our original farm over to the new farm. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to set up a little wagon train here and get all this back over to the farm. And yeah, check out all the new toys. So we got a, let's see, we got a tractor, we got a front loader with a bell spike. We have a truck here for hauling the bells. We picked up another semi, so we have a semi on each farm, plus another trailer. We also have a baler. And I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything. Okay, yeah, so quite a bit. So let me get these all lined up here and we'll head back to the farm. We are headed back to the farm with our long convoy of new equipment. Well, used, old, new to us equipment. And we're going to take all this back over to the new farm eventually. It's driving a lot slower than me. But I want to thank you for joining us for this episode. We did make some progress. I had planned on doing a production, but we'll put that off to the next episode or so. So yeah, I want to thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this episode and that you're enjoying this series. If you are, be sure to hit that like button. Also leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And over here on the right, you will see there is a link to our next series coming up on Wednesday over at Stone Valley. So be sure and check out that playlist, and I hope to see you over there. Until then, have a wonderful day.